of the midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look at Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called the Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Better tougher for the snow, we still gon' break roads. If we win the point fit, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth beats. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the midway.
What's up, everybody? Can you believe it, guys? We finally have a win streak. We have two in a row. Now, I think Major League says you 2 in a row, and then you have to have 3 to actually have a winning streak. So we need one more to have that winning streak.
That's actually
but we got 2 in a row.
For Chicago, for this coaching regime, it's a streak.
It's amazing right now. It's crazy.
It's the first time that Eberflus has won 2 in a row.
It's crazy though. So I hate to jump right in. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Tank Kramer. I hate to jump right in, but can you believe that it's possible this man might keep his job? What he's done with the defense. If the Bears go on this win streak, and you see these next couple of games are winnable, he might finish. So it's hard. We have to throw away the first season. The entire first season has to be thrown away. You can't talk about all those losses. But if he gets this team to 8 and 9, 9 and 8, anywhere in that area, there's no way you can fire him.
Can we still be 9? Can we still have a winning season?
Yes, we can still have a winning season. We have 4 games left. Cleveland, is it Cleveland, Atlanta, the Packers, and who's the last team?
I think the Packers are the last.
They're the last one, but Cardinals.
Where we at?
Cardinals.
Yep, there you go. Yeah.
If we beat the Browns this week, I could see us being the Cardinals.
The Cardinals are gonna be kind of interesting. Yeah.
No, we could win against them, and
yeah.
when we play Atlanta, we're looking at the same exact team, looking at us in the mirror.
Yeah,
the same exact team. Much. And then that goes to the last game of the season with the Packers. It's possible that we win 9 and 8. That's nuts.
But we would have to win out every single game.
Yep,
I believe, right?
But are those 4 games winnable?
Yeah. I mean,
is it believable? No, I think somehow we messed it up. But is it doable? It's possible.
I think you got to win 1 out of the next 3 for sure. I think you can definitely beat the Cardinals. I think you could probably maybe beat the Falcons. I can see, the Browns are gonna be interesting. It's the defense. It's the defense that
I think we beat Green Bay too. I honestly believe we beat Green Bay.
We have to beat Green Bay. It's like they beat us in the beginning of the season, and everything was all
by beating them. Everything changes. I'm telling you, this Cleveland game is just icing on the cake. If we win this game, that's icing on the cake. But if we beat those other 3, dude.
Yeah, Green Bay is a must win. One, because they're starting to finally look better after looking like trash. But awesome,
trash
man.
Last night. It was okay.
They did.
They got beat by DeVito and his agent, who looks like a New Jersey. Exactly what I thought a New Jersey agent was good. Italian agent was going to look like. That's exactly how he's dressed. I thought it was a Halloween costume. I didn't think that was real close.
So in our build-up blocks, I had the first pick, and I didn't even know until I got home. I'm like, oh, shit. So I had to pick up a quarterback because I had C.J. Stroud, and he might still be on concussion protocol.
Yep.
I was giving DeVito a really good look, man. I was giving it a good look. And what turned me away was Ridder's going against Carolina. So I'm like, okay. But I was looking at DeVito. I was like, man, what is this man doing over there?
That's an individual game. DeVito has now won. It was a cute story before. They've now won three of his last 4 games.
Yeah.
He has won 3 games.
Yeah, and he's been putting up pretty good-ish numbers. It's like
staying at home, getting his home cooking and all that stuff. Dude,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not hating. This kid looks like he could play.
Yeah, I think he put up like 31 points in fantasy like this week, which is crazy. So, but going back to that, like, the Packers against the Bears, it's a must win because I think we're starting to look better as an entire team. There's still obviously issues. There's still a lot of issues, but things are starting to look better, which is good. So
everything we said in the offseason about the defense and how it should come together if we have a better defensive line. Now that we've inserted, Yannick Ngakoue and Montez Sweat, and now all of a sudden the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback, and now it's good.
Getting picks. JJ for getting a pick.
Defensive backfield was good. We've always said, healthy, they're good.
Yeah. And honestly, like the linebackers, they're not like on the highlight reel, but they got good numbers. They got good numbers.
Montez came in, all of a sudden they're making plays.
Yes,
they're leading the NFL. Who's the top tackler? TJ Edwards.
TJ Edwards.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like all of a sudden we're doing all this thing. Sanborn had a wonderful game. Like these guys can play, and Eberflus deserves some credit. He really does for that defense. Well, finally getting a defensive player, a defensive line that's good, that helps the entire team.
Yeah. My only issue is but the dude is a defensive coordinator. That's what he does. But he's not a defensive coordinator on the Bears. He's a head coach. And the problem is eventually, even if he still wants to keep calling plays, he still has to have a defensive coordinator. And somehow they have to find an offensive coordinator.
But by name, because look at Andy Reid on offense. Andy Reid on offense, for 4 years, called plays.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying that there's a lot of offensive coordinators that call plays. Maybe that's what he does. He could call plays as a defensive coordinator. That might be his thing.
Yeah. Or as a head coach call the defense.
Call the defense.
It could be. It still comes down like Luke Getsy needs to go. He's the one that absolutely needs to go. And I don't know. Because who do you trust? Do you trust Eberflus to pick somebody?
Here's my problem with Luke Getsy going. We've had 6 offensive coordinators in the last 8 years as a franchise.
Yep.
How do you have continuity? How do you grow in any scheme if you continue to get a new scheme, offensive scheme?
Yeah.
How can you blame the quarterback if that's what's happening?
I agree. And that was the issue with Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was a Pro Bowler. He was a great quarterback. And we just thought, oh, here's a quarterback, and no O-line. Granted, he had a great running back and he had some great receivers. No O-line.
And they did good. They get good with that. But he has to have continuity with the offensive game.
Yeah. I mean, we had Greg Olsen.
Yeah, I said we had a great
Greg Olsen, and then our offensive coordinator for that year was like, I don't use them. Let's trade them. Like, you're stupid. You're stupid. If you can't figure out how to use a tight end like Greg Olsen in your shitty scheme, it was like,
then maybe your scheme is the problem.
Yeah, you suck, man.
That's the offensive coordinators we always get. All the players have to fit into their scheme instead of making their scheme fit their players. That's the issue.
Perfect example, Houston. Look at Houston. He's making a scheme around CJ, around Nico, around Tank, and trying to figure out how these guys work together, and he's building it. He's building it really well. That's what you do.
So let's just say for instance, the Bears win 8 games. What's up, Derpy? Hey, it's not our fault. Don't blame us for Mitch Trubisky. We told you. We warned you. Don't blame us. I can't believe you guys want to fire Tomlin. Matter of fact, how about this? We'll give you anyone you want, and we'll take Tomlin.
Yeah.
I'll pay him whatever.
Ooh, here's a good question. So it's kind of like up. It's totally hypothetical. Would you give up your first round pick for a head coach?
No, first round pick for head coach? The hell no.
Like if there's a
Tomlin.
pick, even if it's a pick, what would you pick?
For Tomlin, I'll give up a second round pick for Tomlin. I'll give away our second round pick next year for Tomlin.
I don't know if that's enough. Well, they want to get rid of him anyway.
If they're going to, mean, if someone comes and say, "I'll give you a second round pick," I don't think they want to get rid of him. The franchise is not stupid. They have never done that. The stupid people are the fans. That want to get rid of Mike Tomlin like that. Well, he might be the third best head coach in all of football, and he might be like the best coach that we've had in our decades, in the last couple of decades. He's probably the number one guy. If it's Belichick and then him,
the most consistent.
And Andy Reid, him, and Belichick. That's it.
Yeah,
and you can put them in any generation; they're going to be in there in that thing.
But also, all those guys are kind of, for the most part, are kind of coming to the end of their. I mean, obviously, a head coach can last a lot longer than a player because for obvious reasons.
How old Tomlin is?
But he's got to be in his 50s.
He just turned 51.
He just 51. Yeah.
He's been there for 16 years, or 17 years, and he just turned 51.
Wow,
the dude is young.
Consistent. Yeah, yeah.
Like
I'm trying to think of
in a second. Well, give me that.
It's not that they're old. It's they've been in the league for so long. Like all three of those coaches, like you said, because now we got
Belichick is in his 70s.
Oh yeah, he's
Reid,
just old. Reid
is in his late 60s. He probably has 6 more years of him.
Yeah.
And
then Tomlin got more time for sure.
Tomlin has 2 decades.
Out of the three of them, yeah.
It's another 2 decades if he wants it.
Yeah.
He barely got gray hair. I was looking at him the other day. I was like, what the hell?
But we got great new coaches coming in. The dude from Miami, I'm having a brain fart. He's like a new breed of coaching. So but going back to Tomlin, I'll give a second round for him.
In a second.
I don't know. In a
I wouldn't give a first.
Second.
A first round is too much. You still need players. But second round, done.
So if the Bears end up 9-8, just saying they end up 9-8, where would the Bears the Bears actual pick? Not the
somewhere around 18.
18. Okay, that's still kind of high. Never mind. Yeah. Because I was like, what if you give a super late first round pick?
I will give our second round pick next year, 2024. Well, I think we're going to be good.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of people are going to be like, "Yeah, I'm good."
No, I mean, no one's going to give. Most coaches don't give first round picks.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how much is on his contract still, but they
don't pay him a lot. Derby says,
really?
Tomlin, for me, is off the board. I mean, that's because you're smart, Derby. That's why.
Yeah. No, Tomlin is one of those guys that just knows what he's doing. That's why I was really interested to see what Sean Payton did with Denver. And
look what a good coach has done. All of a sudden, turned it all around.
I know that it take a lot of fixing, so they weren't like automatically like amazing, but they're a big difference from last year, man. Big difference.
From game 4. Like all of a sudden,
that's true. Yeah,
they're one game behind. One game behind.
Wow, really? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, look at the division.
It's crazy. I see you, Derpy. I want to ask your question, but I wanted to get to one thing I want to say about Eberflus before I get to your question, which is a good question. So I think if we win 8 or 9 games, Eberflus must stay, unless 2 things. 1, Jim Harbaugh says he wants to come play, come coach here.
Yes.
Jim Harbaugh says he wants to come coach here. You're like, hey, good job. I appreciate you, bruh.
Yeah. His foot's already on his ass as he's getting kicked out.
You did a good job. Get out. But I mean, I think everyone will understand that, right? Because I think Harbaugh, even if you want to keep Fields, he's good enough quarterback that he can do with that system. And you wouldn't be turning over another system for 5-6 years. His system will be his system. So that's a good one. And he's called plays. He's won everywhere he's gone. That makes sense. The only other answer was what we said about Tomlin. Someone who's a current head coach that is going to come in and put a system in that you're going to love. Tomlin here will be on the Mount Rushmore. he would in the Blacky Blue City. This one, man, be done.
Yeah,
It'll be done. He'll be there next to Ditka.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna be like Ditka Tomlin right there. Yeah,
but I think if they win 8 or 9 games, that's the only thing you can do. You can't bring one of these new guys who don't have any head coaching experience for a team that's this close. And I only say that they're close by what Poles just said. So Ryan Poles basically said we're getting close to a dominant defense, and we're really close to a dominant team. That's out of his own mouth. He said yesterday.
Yeah.
So that also doesn't sound like a guy. That's why I'm gonna bring up Derpy's question. That's ready to go to a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
It does not sound like him. So that's why I'm going to bring up Derpy's question. Question is, do you want Fields? It doesn't matter if we want Fields. It all matters if Brian Poles wants Fields.
Yeah. I think was it since last year there was that the whole thing is like, oh, he doesn't really want him. He doesn't really want him. He's still debating. I think he always wanted him because Poles not stupid, and Poles knows like Fields is potentially could be a great quarterback. You know,
he's
but
dynamic. He's more
needs
dynamic than you've ever seen.
Yeah,
he's Josh Allen. You know,
that's
exactly.
What he could be. Yeah, you know, and so he's not stupid. You know, but also it's like I get me. You know, you don't want to go out and flat out say it quite yet, especially in a rebuilding phase. You know, feelers is always a good thing. You know, kind of seeing what things are worth is always a good thing, especially you're new, you're trying to rebuild. So at no point has he ever said, that's our guy to anybody. You know,
he's getting closer and closer to saying that now.
He is, though. He is.
And
he is.
I think, you know what it is? I don't think it's Justice Fields' play as much as it is his personality. He draws you in.
Yeah.
You want him to do well. You want to love his unbelievable plays. You want it to work out. Doesn't matter if it does or not, but when you care about the quarterback and you want him to succeed, it works.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we're getting to with Justin Fields. And there's no lose situation for the Bears. So either Justin Fields raises his trade value all the way up to 2 first-round picks because he just wins all these games, or you trade, you know, the first overall pick again for 3 first-rounders, and you build over Justin Fields, and you take a quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round project guy.
Yeah,
you don't lose. Like, you know, you
already have a great backup with Tyson. You keep that kind of
star.
He's never going to be a starter, but you're not looking for a starter. You're looking for a backup, a dude that can play while your starter's injured, and Tyson's that guy.
No, he's definitely that guy. But if you develop a guy, if you're developing, let's say Bo Nix falls to the 3rd round, and you're picking high in the 3rd round, and you take Bo Nix. He's not going to be your starter. He's not going to beat Justin Fields out. Maybe that the coaching staff likes a guy who could dink and dunk and wants to develop him, and Justin Fields doesn't turn out to be everything we think he should be. If all those things, you know, kind of fall through, and you take Bo Nix, and then next thing you know, though the team is ready, Justin Fields has not taken that next step. You give Justin Fields the Daniel Jones contract, you got 2 years to prove yourself, or you're out.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, Bo Nix has been in your system now 3 years.
Yeah,
I think that's the better situation.
Yeah, I see that. I like that.
Yeah, Derpy here, because I'm hoping for Emeka Egbuka. Yeah, I like him too. I think it's the weapons for Kenny besides the gameplay and Muth, GP and Muth, because Kenny has led them down the field and execution with comebacks. I feel like Kenny Pickett is okay. That's as far as I can go. I think he's okay. He's not dynamic in any way, but he can make the throws. If you have a dominant defense, and this is what Pittsburgh does, right? You have a dominant defense, you have a great line, you have good running backs, and you put players around them and a good offensive coordinator, then he can win.
Yeah.
you're never going to be low enough to pick a high quarterback, right? So I think you might as well keep the thing you got and just try to make him as good as possible, and make sure he knows that you ain't making more of 30 million. Sorry, this is your cap. This is as good as you are.
Yeah.
30 million.
Win a Super Bowl, then things change. Because Derpy might come and want to kill me after, but Ben Roethlisberger is not a great quarterback. He was above average, but I mean, he didn't run too well. He wasn't like super fast. And
super fast. He was the slowest one I've ever seen.
Yeah, he really was.
He literally a statue, but he was big.
But he was big. He was tough. He was definitely a tough guy. And he could throw the ball really well, and he made good decisions. But he never made like crazy kind of plays. Not often. Not like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was like 4th and 20, throws a Hail Mary for 100th time and wins again. There's that kind of stuff that he does. And then Ben, but Ben never needed to do that because he was in a system where like our defense is going to keep you in the game, and our offense is good enough where we're gonna run it down the field and score enough. So.
No, I agree. I think Ben Roethlisberger is a Hall of Famer, but he's never going to be an all-time great. He's a Hall of Famer because he won the Super Bowls. He's been there. He's done it. He's going to be in the all-time record books for Pittsburgh, but he's never going to be confused with a top 10 quarterback. That's just not who he is. Yeah. But he will be like 20 to 25. That's him. He's always going to be there. So that means he's good. He's very good. Just not all-time great. That's just not him.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah, Martin. The best option is to keep Fields. He's better than half the league. And he's more dynamic than more than half. The thing, so I was just looking at the game stats, right? So Justin Fields, let's see where it was. His stats were, he was 19 to 33, right?
Okay.
19, not bad, not terrible, good. All right, whatever. For 223 yards, about 60% completion, touchdown. He also led the team in rushing yards.
Yeah.
So he led the team in passing, led the team in rushing. He scored a touchdown rushing, scored a touchdown passing. His overall QBR, I mean, his quarterback rating was 88.3. His QBR was 65.4, which is a little low. But overall, this dude is just a good quarterback. And you can win with that. So why not just give him more weapons, protect him even more, and see where it goes?
Yeah. And I think he could be so much better than what he was. Like, it was good, but what we saw on Sunday was good. Yeah. But he could be so much better. All those fucking screen passes, man. If I never see a stupid ass screen pass ever again,
Getsy wants a guy who's going to dink and dunk. He wants to control the game, and
he wants a Tyson. He wants a Dyson. He wants a guy like you said. Because like, it was so annoying. I hate it because I remember I forgot what I think it was third quarter, second quarter. I forgot where he just threw like a screen to DJ Moore. I'm like,
and DJ Moore got destroyed.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing, man? Stop with this stupid. Like, you can't run a screen pass every single time and like it's gonna work this time. It's like, no,
I got this one, guys. He finds something that works, right? And he does it 5 times. He's like, okay, I'm gonna run the ball to DJ Moore. No one saw that coming. And then he threw it 4 other times and you realize they saw it coming.
Yeah. He's that 8-year-old on Madden that only knows one play and he keeps playing it.
Everybody says young Ben maybe, but I agree to actually Tank. I've been watching Ben since 7.
Yeah.
I was a fan of the 03 team though,
he was
before
great.
He got there. But that's the point about Tomlin.
But but he made him great. Yeah.
You went from Cowher to Tomlin. Yeah. Like from Noel from Tomlin to from Noel to Cowher to Tomlin. Dude. That's winning. That's it. Yeah. So I'm so tired of him being consistent and not winning the big thing. You're stupid. That's what I'll say. You're stupid. All right. Grand Hill TV. Hey guys, how does Marvin Harrison Jr. fit into this offense if they draft him? First off, I would love to draft him, but I think the only way you can is if Arizona gets out of the 3 spot.
Yeah.
You need 2 teams to be able to go against each other so you could get another first round. So you get their first round and get another first round pick. Or you get 2 second rounders, right? That's what you get 2 second rounders and you get the first or second or third pick.
Mhm.
That's what you really need to do. Cardinals want Marvin Harrison Jr. and they'll be stupid not to. You know, it makes sense. I would love to see Marvin Harrison Jr. because you have 2 picks in the first round. You can get a guy that you don't necessarily need, but you can save money on because you don't have to go pay Mooney. You ain't got to pay anybody else because you have a rookie on a rookie contract.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think him with Justin Fields with DJ Moore, they're 2 different type of wide receivers.
Yeah.
That works so well and spreads team. We won't even know what to do with all that talent. That's why I want him. I think that would be amazing. I think he fits right in. And doesn't
Run
matter
10 more screens.
It's like we have a guy who's 6'4", runs a 4.38 40, and his father is one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, and he might be better. Let's give him a screen. You're stupid. Getsy. Well, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. will be wonderful talent to be.
Yeah. Agreed. I'm looking at the Cardinals' schedule. It's Niners, then the Bears, then the Eagles, and then the Seahawks. That's their last 4 games.
Damn, they're gonna lose all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, man. At least the 2 against the Niners, against the Eagles. That I don't see them winning that.
They can't win the Bears either.
The Bears.
Yeah, like I think they only possibly lose the Seahawks, but the Seahawks have been good. Unless the Seahawks are trying to lose, I don't see that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I don't see how that works, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough.
Yeah, they're probably gonna lose all of them. So that's just how it works for them. All right, Grant Hill TV says, "What center would you like to see next year's draft?"
Ooh,
this is a great question.
You know, yeah.
I was actually looking this up. I've been saying we need a center for 2 years now. I said it, and it's Cody Whitehair. We're paying. You know how much we were paying him? $14 million to sit on the damn bench. Still on the and that means you're worse than what we got already.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you should be ashamed of yourself. I just honestly, he should be ashamed. So I was looking at centers. Where we at?
I had to pull up.
You
probably know more off the top of your head than I do.
Because I was looking at the Georgia guy. That's my first one. I can't remember what his name is. Oh yeah,
Cedric
Van Pran.
Van Pran.
Yeah, Cedric Van Pran. I like it because you know the Bears are really they can do man-to-man blocking scheme. He's a very good zone blocker.
Mm-hmm.
So he will fit. He's probably at 6'4", 310. I can see him going in the first round, or maybe the end of the second. Oh, you can't go center on the first round. I guess he's the end of the second round type of talent.
Yeah, because right now I'm on. I don't even know what the fuck website this says. The first thing I clicked on, Draft Tech, and he's ranked 47. On PFF, I think he's like about the same, about 45. I think.
That's a second rounder.
But yeah, okay. Second rounder.
He's smart. He's always played with great people around him. He's from Georgia. Justin Fields is from Georgia. I'm just saying, the guy has the talent and everything that you really want at center. I think that's someone you look for, you identify, and you go grab. If you don't get him, there's a guy out of Oregon that played with Bo Nix. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but I saw him and he was destroying people. Oh my God, he was destroying people. I was like, what is going on? I like him. Yeah, so I could see that possibly being another person you could identify. I don't know where he will be ranked. I don't know enough about him. I just know that, you know, he's looked strong and he looked like a dominant type of player.
Yeah. They have him at 74.
So he could be possibly a early third round, late second round, early third round.
Yeah. Jackson Powers Johnson.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's fucking awesome.
That does not sound like a white guy. Jackson Johnson.
I don't know. That's a good question. I can't click on the fucking picture. You're fighting good.
No, the guy I'm talking about, he definitely was white and he was definitely dominating people.
He looks white, but he looks mixed with something because then you got the third best like tight end or a center. It was Zach Frazier, and that dude's like straight up white dude. like Jackson
The
Powers Johnson,
Arkansas
like
guy?
he might.
Yeah.
West Virginia.
But
No,
he's more
the
of a
Arkansas
try-hard
guy was
well, West Virginia, the Zach Frazier.
Yeah, Zach
The
Frazier,
Limmer.
the Limmer.
Yeah.
How you pronounce his first name?
Bo.
With
Bo
the
Limmer.
silent X.
Yeah. I mean, but you know what? If Harbaugh is the guy, you know, maybe he goes to Drake Nugent.
Get his own guy.
Yeah, go get your own guy.
I can see that. I'll be okay with that too. You know, I think he was a decent okay.
That's it. Why not ask if Jackson has power in his Johnson? Really? Oh man. But those are the three guys I would look for. So, you know, Van Pran, you know, that's a middle of the second round. So you possibly can get him, but you have to trade back into the second round. Powers Johnson, you could get with your third round pick. You could probably pick him up. That should be your way you identifying someone. You pick him up anyway. But if you're trading the first overall pick, you're probably picking up a second round pick. So I'm just saying that there are options out there, but that has to be the wide receiver, the rush in, and a center. That has to be what you're looking for. It's possible that you could go ahead and upgrade at different other positions, and that's what you're looking into the rest of the draft. But those are the ones you really, really need. I don't know how much left tackle really needs to happen, because the problem with Braxton Jones is that he's not strong. I honestly believe I could beat him in a bench press competition. Honestly, like I'm like, the dude he needs to get into the weight room.
Yeah,
you know,
I know you said that earlier in the season too.
That's his problem. He's not strong.
But if that's the problem, that's a problem you can fix. You know what I mean? That's a problem you can fix. He didn't
fix it last offseason, and he hasn't done it again this offseason. That says something about his will.
Yeah.
And as Martins did say, left tackle, there are some great left tackles in this draft.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So, I mean, right now it's his to lose, you know. So, like you said, yeah. I mean, that's something that you didn't do it in the last offseason. Are you going to do it in this offseason? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he knows that is the problem, or does he has somebody in his ear.
They know that he gets bull rushed all the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I agree with that. You need those three positions.
Martin says, yes, please go to Chicago. I'm not even a Bears fan. Oh, Martin, that makes me feel good. I'll be so confused which QB to start if MHJ goes to the Bears, because he has so many weapons. Dude, you have all three. Dude. Dak Prescott is the MVP this year. Justin Fields is probably the most talented dude coming into the next year with all the toys. And you have Josh Allen, who is Justin Fields. You have two guys that are the same guy. You have the same guy. And
that is insane that you have those guys, man. The Dak I get, like, you know, because he's I'm sure you got him some years ago, you know, but Josh Allen and then snagging Justin Fields.
You literally have the MVP this year, MVP last year, and Justin Fields probably could be next year. It's just like, those are your three quarterbacks. It's not fair. It's just not fair. Trade me one.
Yeah, I know. You're stuck with CJ Stroud.
Let me get Justin Fields and CJ Stroud. That's all I need. Come on. Let me have Ohio State quarterbacks. All right. Sucks Marvin's legacy was losing out at Ohio State. Only losing to Michigan.
Yeah.
Only losing to Michigan. So that's why.
Well, that would be how cool would that be? Like, only losing to Michigan comes,
and then you get the Michigan coach, and then go win. That would be awesome. Yes.
Man, I want Harbaugh so bad. Like, he would just be so great. So many people are still like, oh, well, he was cheating. I was like, listen, man, everyone does that shit.
You know why he got called Michigan? Because it's Michigan, and people hate. And Ohio State hates Michigan.
Yeah,
that's the reason.
Yeah. A lot of people hate Michigan, so it was like, you know, and he's not. He's like Belichick. You know, he's not the most friendliest kind of guy.
But that's why
So
I don't know how much people are going to love him, and he will rub people the wrong way after 5 or 6 years. He's not going to be Mike Tomlin. He ain't
well,
going to be it
that's
forever.
that's why he never stays in a place for 5 or 6 years. I think
but
Michigan's
the Bears
probably the
might-
longest he's been ever.
The Bears are going to have to pony up because Michigan's ready to offer him a 5-year, $55 million contract,
He's gonna
$11
stay.
million a year. So
He's gonna stay.
no, I think he leaves because of what's happening, what's going to come. The NCAA is going to find him. They're going to lay down a hammer. They're going to lay down a hammer. But the only thing, so they will give him this contract, and the only thing that they're demanding is that he's not in this year's coaching search. So he can leave after next year. He just can't leave this year.
Huh.
They just don't.
Really?
They're afraid of the Bears. All the San Diego, the Raiders, and the Bears all are good fits.
Mm-hmm. No,
they all make sense. Where he started with coaching, where he's coached in San Diego. Well, San Diego's LA now. And the Bears is where he played. All three of those make sense. So they don't want him to be in this coaching hire. So that makes sense.
But why? You're talking about the
Michigan's afraid that he'll leave now. Because
Yeah.
these are the perfect situations for him.
from the leaf, yeah. And he doesn't stay in a place for too long, like I said too. So I think
He's been there for a while now.
Yeah, this is the longest place he's been at. I think he might go, but I think ultimately he's gonna stay. There's a chance he could go. You know, but like you said, you know, how big of a
season? Half a season.
How big of half a season? That's,
I don't think in hardball it would be like hell no.
Yeah. He already missed all the games going on now, so sucks.
It's going to be Justin Fields. That's his quarterback. I hope so. I think that's going to be his quarterback soon.
Yeah, I mean, shit, come in, and if he wants to keep Eberflus as your DC.
Eberflus is not going to take a DC job. It's just not going to happen.
See, but going back to what you said, like the only way we get rid of Eberflus that I'm okay with, I don't want another coordinator. I want a head coach. I want a person who's done the job before. You know, it's like
it's the only way you get rid of him. It has to be. You can't go for another coordinator. It has to be a guy who's done the job, that knows how to do it.
And now they're talking about was it Bellamy? Oh, not Bellamy.
What's
his name? The dude from who's name? Shit, he was at Kansas City for a while, and now he's at Washington, I think.
Bieniemy.
Bieniemy, yeah.
Bieniemy.
You know, I think he's probably gonna be the front runner. You know, from what it sounds like.
No, Bieniemy. I think they're interested in it, but the problem is you can't get rid of Eberflus if he wins these games. You just can't. You know, because you told him to lose the first year, and then the second year he wins 9. Okay.
Yeah.
8. That means you made him lose. You took all his players, and then when you finally gave him some players, he won. Can't get rid of him.
That's true.
That's
true, man. It really sucks. It really sucks. Because then it's one more year. Because next year will be his third year, and then it'll be the actual.
And he wins 10 games, and you do that. You know what I mean? There's no way. Literally, the only way you could get rid of him is if you got Jim Harbaugh, or you get a coach from a team that's great already. It's already it's his time. It's his time to leave. You know, do what Kansas City did with Andy Reid. Even though I don't want Belichick, so no.
You don't want Belichick?
No,
I'll take Belichick, but he doesn't fit well with.
Guy.
Yeah, but he doesn't fit well with what Justin does. So,
I mean, Bill Belichick doesn't care. He's the defensive coach. He'll do whatever he wants.
It's true.
So up to this point, what would you grade Ryan Pohl's overall line of work? This is a very good question.
Okay. On a grading level,
yeah, I was really much lower than I am now, because Montez Sweat changed everything. Makes everyone of you so like Dexter looks better, right?
Yeah.
You know, like everyone around him now is so much better just because Montez Sweat is there. Let's see. Sanborn looks better. Jalen Johnson looks like a shutdown corner.
Yeah, which is good because then you got to pay him now. Hopefully.
Pickens looks like he could play.
Mhm.
Brisker is looking like an all-pro. Like, all that's because Montez Sweat is put into this position. Now people don't have to do other people's position. So that's crazy. And knowing that just kind of blows my mind. So
Yeah.
if I was going to give him a grade, I'm giving him right now a B+.
Okay. I was like B minus, but yeah, I'm right. I'm pretty
Except
close.
the Montez Sweat is just what
Montez
really
Sweat was
swings,
good.
and then the trade. Last year's trade.
That's still
getting
he
DJ
just robbed
Moore.
Carolina.
We're going to have the number 1 pick this year. We're
Yeah.
going to have Carolina's 2nd pick next year, and we could possibly trade this pick again for another King's ransom.
Yeah.
How can he not give him at least a B? Like, that's just
That's why. Yeah, at least a B. But the only thing with the Sweat is like he did pay him a lot, which I'm okay with because we do got the money,
and this is the going rate for a guy who's going to change defense.
But
he's under $100 million. He's only making $25 million a year. Cool.
Yeah.
We're not paying them Joey Bosa money, which is stupid.
Yeah. I just don't want to lose JJ.
TJ Watt money,
yeah.
$37 million a year. Like, what the fuck? For what?
Yeah. If JJ still keeps balling out like how he did the last couple games were really shut down, really well done. And gets a couple more picks, like even like 2 more picks, even 1 more pick. I don't know. Like, you have to pay him at the end of the season.
I'm never going to pay him $22 million.
You got to find a spot in between.
But that's the problem.
He wants like high end, and you're not that level. Like 19 is, I don't know.
That's my sticking point. I'm at 19.5 is as much as I'm gonna give you, bro.
Yeah,
take it or leave it. And if he says I'm not taking it, you gotta let him go.
Yeah, I mean, just give him, I guess, more guaranteed of it or something. I don't know.
No, but he wants to be known as a top 5 cornerback. Yeah. He's not that, and I'm not going to pay him when he's not worth it. It doesn't make sense for your team. You can't run your team that way.
Yeah.
19.5 is good money. It's really good money. I'm telling you, you're a top 6 cornerback. And
what are you talking about? Like a 19.5 for what? 4 years?
4 years.
Yeah.
19.5, 4 years. That's what, $78 million, 4 years, $78 million contract.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be cool with that because I know what he wants that extra, few $1 million. Don't get me wrong, that's nice, but just get more guaranteed of it, and
yeah, I'll guarantee him $50 million, no problem.
Yeah,
that's 2 years of guaranteed money, and then in the 3rd year I can get out of it for half. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's a standard NFL contract for what he's trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think no one bit on the trade deadline for him and stuff like that. So I think he kind of answered his own question a little bit too.
I don't know if he keeps on doing making these interceptions. I don't think Poles goes up above 19.5. He just won't. But a stupid team might. He might not be winning. And the Bears, honestly, with all these draft picks, could draft another guy because Stevenson's not that bad. He's very much like Jalen Johnson already.
Yeah.
Kyler Gordon is killing it right now.
Yeah.
So if I have to bring in another guy, I gotta bring in another guy.
Yeah.
And I save the money, and I have to give it to Justin Fields anyway, right? Eventually, I want to pay him.
Yeah.
So I think you only keep one, Justin Fields or Jalen Johnson. That's my opinion, though.
Damn, really? Okay. Damn.
So give me a verse for Florida State and Montez next year. Oh, give me verse from Florida State. Oh yeah, verse for Florida State and Montez. Okay. So I think you do have to get a young guy, but I don't know. Like, he had to be your 2nd overall pick, really, right now. Which I think the Bears will end up picking around 16 or 17.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Bears are going to have 8 wins. Obviously, that's what I'm saying. I think the Bears are going to have eight wins. And I think it has to be an edge rusher. It can't be just a defensive end. It needs to be an edge rusher, someone specializing in those things. So that kind of puts you at what's his name? Leatu, or Chop Robinson maybe, or Braden Trice. Those are the three things you're looking at. I think, Leatu is probably the dude, right? He's the highest ranked guy. I think that's probably what you're looking for. I don't know if he'll still be there. Maybe Chop Robinson might be the only one you can get at that position. But yeah, that's what you're looking for. So Leatu is 6'5", 265, runs a 4.7 40.
Mm-hmm.
Chop Robinson is from the Penn State. He's a DN edge rusher. He's 6'3", 250 with a 4.6 40. Or you can go get Dallas Turner, which I like. I like Dallas Turner.
I was gonna say he's ranked number. So Latu is 10 and Turner is 11.
Yeah,
and then versus 20, and then Chop is all the way down to 26. So not too big, No,
but all these are guys that you're gonna have to really look at.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking at. And Braden Trice was good at Washington. You're gonna see him in this Final Four. Braden Trice is good.
Yeah.
You're going to be surprised at how good he really is. He's just not as fast as everyone else. Dallas Turner is a 4.45 guy. So that might be why you go get Dallas Turner, because that 4.45 is amazing. You want that type. That's the Micah Parsons type of thing.
Yeah, and that's what Paul said he wants. He said he wants a fast, athletic, young team. He's not looking for like big guys to clog holes. Like he wants like athletic playmakers.
He needs a great three technique, but maybe you already found that with one of these Dexter or Pickens. You might have found them with that. So if one of those guys are dynamic three technique, and you could go get another edge rusher to go with Montez Sweat. And what's interesting is, I watched the game, and what they've really been doing is they've been slanting. They've been moving Montez Sweat over guards. They've been slanting him towards guards. So almost using him as a dynamic three technique from defensive end. So they do things it's called a fin, where it'll be like, crossing over the tackle into the guard, but pushing them into that three technique position. That puts him close to the quarterback, but also pushes the entire pocket up. So it allows everyone else to kind of rally and tackle and sack, and it makes everyone else better. But they've been using him at that position because he's the most dynamic lineman. So you can continue to do that, but if Zach Pickens turns into that guy, or Javon Dexter turns into that guy, cool. But maybe you don't get a three technique. You go get another edge rusher. You collapse the pocket even faster, and go from there. Those are just options overall.
Yeah. Like it's gonna be interesting, man, for this draft for sure.
Mark said it's a great problem to have. Yeah, you have three of the great quarterbacks. Pisses me off every time I look at your team. Like, three of the top 6 guys at all your team. The like button, guys. Brian literally lives for it. Yes, we need as many likes as possible. If you guys are jumping in, please hit the like button. It's great. It really helps us let us know that we're doing a good job and you like the content, and that we can continue to push this stuff. So right now I see we have 8 likes, so I appreciate that. Let's go on. Do you resign Mooney or let him walk?
That's a good question.
If I get Marvin Harrison Jr., I ain't letting him walk. I'm letting him run. I'm throwing him out like jazz.
I mean, unless he wants to stay, but he will take a huge pay cut, and I don't see that happening.
Why would I have to pay him?
Exactly.
I would not pay him at that point. If I have Marvin Harrison Jr., I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
There's no reason for me to do it. I'll have Marvin Harrison Jr. I have DJ Moore, and I'll take what's his name?
We still got Scott.
You still have Scott. I could play Equanimeous St. Brown. I'll do whatever. I'll get it, the guy. I'll go double tight and let Tanya be in there. I'm not being a guy. Just to be a guy.
Mooney was great. Him and Fields got a nice connection. That play he made, man, with that, I'm like, that's an interception. That was an interception, and I don't know how he caught it and Fields put it in just the perfect spot. Like
You know what? He put it outstretched, and Mooney just had his hands right there and hit him dead in there. And that's because you have a quarterback who has a rocket for an arm. You can do those things. If he could trust it when he sees with his eyes, he could be special. But you know, my thing is always, if you have Marvin Harrison Jr., I could start Equimini St. Brown and just have a great blocker for those other two great talent guys. Because Cole Kmet's gonna get the ball, right?
Yeah.
Someone out the backfield's gonna get the ball. And then those two wide receivers are all I really need. Not just give you a great blocking receiver. I don't need to have Mooney there.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not that great at blocking. Like if you're saying you want a blocking receiver, yeah, that's what
So like it's like me upgrading. So Darnell Mooney is 5'11", 273, right? Marvin Harrison Jr. is already 6'4", 204 pounds. Like, you know, I got you, but I just got him bigger and faster.
and a pedigree.
Just, come on. His name is Marvin Harrison. So it's just
Man, how crazy would that be though if he does? Because wherever he plays, you know, his dad's gonna come and watch. His dad's his dad's not dead, is he? Like I'm
no, Marvin Harrison. No, Marvin
I was like,
wait,
right. I'm trying to think. I'm like, well, I'm not like saying that something out of that's
he's like he might be 8 years old, 7 years older than us. Like he's not that much older.
But man, just to have like him, you know, like just at the field, not on the field, but you know,
that'll be amazing.
Like that.
I have his jersey in my closet. I'll throw that up there. Like, hey, let's go.
Nice. Yeah.
You wouldn't put Mooney in the slot with Marvin Harrison Jr. and DJ Moore? No. Because I have to pay Mooney. It's not like Mooney will be on the team. I have to pay him now. I'm not. And, you know, the question is, you know, if you franchise him, to franchise Darnell Mooney, I'll have to pay him $19.8 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
I'm never paying Darnell Mooney $20 million.
Yeah.
Never. Because, I mean, you have to, if you keep Justin Fields, you have to pay Justin Fields. It doesn't have to be this year. It doesn't have to be this offseason, but it has to be at least be next offseason.
Yeah.
So
no. You franchise tag somebody because you can't figure out the dollar amount. And you don't franchise because you want to keep them. You want to keep them and you need to figure out, you know, dollars. You already know, like, you're not worth what you want. Yeah, at least for the Bears, especially getting Marvin Harrison Jr., you know, so.
I wouldn't even give him an offer. I'll say, no, you're too good for me to lowball you. I want you to succeed. I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah. Like, I hope you go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, because he can go to some other teams and he could be a great
number two.
Great receiver.
I can see him be a really good number two and go somewhere. I'm just not going to do that to his career.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I mean a really good option might be like the Bengals. The Bengals can't afford Higgins and Chase. They're going to get rid of Higgins, obviously, but he's the number one. So you bring in somebody like Mooney,
that's a perfect place for him to go. Actually, that's really good. I see T.
Higgins a legit
going
number two.
To Carolina. Yeah. T. Higgins going to Carolina. Just watch.
Woo. Yeah, I you know what? I can see that too, because a team that's, you know, rebuilding, you know, got a new quarterback and they need a number one, you know, and the same problem that we have with Mooney is what Bengals are going to have with Higgins is like, we can't afford you, man. We just can't afford you, like, because you got to pay Chase. You already paid Burrow. Chase, I think, is coming up this year, I think, or next year.
Next year,
next year. Yeah. So I mean, Higgins is going to be gone, and it's not because he's not great. Like,
I 100% agree with you too. Yeah. All right. When Eddie leaves, who can you grab as safety to replace him? So first of all, Eddie Jackson makes almost $15 or $16 million right now. Or $17 million. So yes, I am getting rid of Eddie Jackson. Bojack is the only one who's not intercepting the ball. But everyone else intercepting the ball, Bojack can't get nothing. So I would pay Jalen Johnson 19.5. I will let Eddie Jackson walk. I would draft a safety and I would bring in a safety off another team to go along with the guys who are playing this year, because we already have people play a lot of games with pressure on the quarterback. Makes your defensive backfield even better. Though Bojack is that talented, I don't need that much talent if I have better rushers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not paying Eddie Jackson again. The only reason you do is if you feel like he's the captain of your defense and no one else can take his spot. That's the only reason. And then he has to come down. He has to come down to
a lot.
about $13 million.
Yeah, because this was supposed to be his year. Man, this was supposed to be his year where he was just going to be like, oh, he can just go after the ball every single time. And he should have a bunch more interceptions than he has. A bunch more. So, I don't know. Is it age or I don't know what it is? Is it injuries?
No, I mean he's still playing well. He's doing well. Yeah. He's called the defense. He's doing all the things. He's allowing Brisker to make all. Brisker had 17 tackles last game.
Damn.
17 tackles for your safety. Yeah. The dude is flying over all over the field because Eddie Jackson's keeping everything in front of him. So Eddie Jackson he's not playing bad. I can't pay him that much money. Yeah. I think he is a cap casualty, and Cody Whitehair. Give me that money back from him. Snatch that money back. Give me that back. That's $28 million, $30 million right there. Yeah. To add on to your cap that you already have. And they're talking about the salary cap going to $240 million.
Yeah, which is it's just even more money for the Bears.
So all of a sudden you have another offseason with $75 million to spend.
Yeah, and that's got to be at least top 5, right?
And then two number 1 picks.
Oh my god! See, but that's why Poles gets at least a B. Because he did some messed up stuff. He did some things like, but for the most part, man, it's like you got us a lot of money and you got us a lot of picks, and you're getting good stuff in return. It's like,
yeah, I want Roquan here too. Just like everybody else, I want Roquan here too. I think that he's better.
Yeah,
but can I argue? What the results are? No, not really.
Yeah, because right now I think that's his biggest screw ups is the Roquan and the Claypool thing. Those are probably the two things where you're like you kind of scratch your head. You're like, what? But if that's it, that's okay. It's not bad. First time being a GM, and that's your worst mistake. Meanwhile, you got like great draft picks. And all this other stuff, with the money. So,
dude, his best thing might be what he did with Tevin Jenkins. Tevin Jenkins is our best offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Don't be confused. Tevin Jenkins, the team without Tevin Jenkins was awful.
Yeah.
Those first 4 games, that was because we didn't have Tevin Jenkins on the line. That's how bad it is. He comes back, and all of a sudden, the offensive line gets a lot better. He's that talented. He's dynamic. He is strong. He's a great pass blocker. He's a great run blocker. Matter of fact, Tevin Jenkins, PFF graded him at 76.3. He's obviously the best offensive lineman. He was highest graded offensive player for the entire Bears team. He scored a 75.8 in pass protection and a 72.8 in run protection. Run blocking. The dude is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And between him, Darnell Wright's having a really good year, for a rookie. Man, if we get a good center that you can, and then, like you said, with what's his name on the left side,
Braxton Jones.
Yeah. Like if he can do it, if not, you said you go after somebody, and then you said a competition like, hey, this guy is good and he's an actual left tackle. And
but if you do that first round pick, there's no competition. There's like, hey, Braxton Jones, go find a job. It's time for you to go find a job, bro.
You think they would go after a left tackle? I think Martin was saying you go after a left tackle, and you're saying go after an edge. Because obviously your first pick would be Marvin Sanders Jr. if you can, which hopefully I think we can figure out how to get that. And then the second pick, I know, was it last week? Martin was saying left tackle. You're saying edge.
So, I think edge means more important to us because we have a serviceable left tackle and he's under contract for the next couple of years. And if you need to upgrade him, you spend some money to go upgrade him. You don't. Yeah. You don't do that. You bring in competition where it actually is competition.
Bring in an actual because then would your next pick be a left tackle?
No, center. Yeah, I guess center.
Yeah, no, you got.
You do not have a second round pick. You have to go center.
You have to go center. Because that's way more important than competition.
You solidify that a really good center.
Woo! That alone might just help Braxton Jones, just having a good center.
Yeah, I definitely help Justin Fields.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
So our PFF had Mercedes Lewis at 73.6, Justin Fields at a 72.4 as our top 3 offensive PFF graded guys. The bottom 3, Kerry Blasingame, Roshan Johnson, and Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney was the bottom.
Wow,
And
really?
they said the whole thing with Roshan was that he just he only had 1 carry.
Yeah, they didn't do anything with him.
Yeah, so
that's really not on him. But
yeah, just he only had 1 chance. He makes 1 mistake and it's over.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
On defense, you want to guess our top 3 graded defensive players?
Ooh, what the hell's the other dude that we got from Njaku? Ngaku?
No.
Ngaku?
You
No?
No, Yannick Ngakwe. No,
Yeah.
you'll be surprised where he is.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else. JJ's got to be up there, right?
JJ is number 1,
Yeah.
83.4.
Yeah, just that pick probably solidified that.
Johnson is highest graded cornerback the entire season. 84.5 in coverage, 72.8 in tackling, a 68 in run defense.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
No, that's 83.4 is it's the second highest cornerback in the entire NFL.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Never mind. That's really good.
Number 2, he didn't play a lot this past week, but he does play, and when he does, he's very solid.
Sanborn?
Jack Sanborn scored at 82. Yeah. Everything he did was right. He just didn't play a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, last year he was great. So
he doesn't miss tackles. That's just what he is. He doesn't miss, but they're playing nickel so much, so they're only playing 2 linebackers in most of the time.
Yeah.
So when you're playing nickel that much, and you got TJ Edwards, and you got the other guy,
Edmonds.
I don't know why Edmonds. Yeah. When you have those 2 guys in there, you're not going to Sanborn's not going to pass them up. So that's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, he's a great, like, you need to put a guy in, you need a break. You're not worried.
You're a run stopper, first or second down, you know they're going to run the ball. You put Jack Sanborn in because Jack Sanborn is going to stop. He's going to make it happen. So I love what Jack Sanborn brings to the team. I think he can stay here for a long time for me.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Who's the third? We've been talking about him all day. So
is it Sweat? Yeah, it's gotta
Sweat.
Be
Sweat. He actually only scored a 71.5, and it's only because he got marked down for coverage. And tackling. His tackling, because if you remember that for first quarter, they were running the ball all over, and he was missing tackles. He only got 33.4 in tackling, but he has really 60 in coverage and a 79 in run defense and 69.9 in pass defense. So like he's doing really, really good. He's changing everybody else around him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you said Yannick scored a 48.7.
Damn.
Ron Dexter scored a 44.9. And Rasheem Green scored a 30.7. DJ Moore scored a 69.9. Braxton Jones scored a 68.4, our second best offensive lineman. Jaquan Brisker scored a 64.2, only because he wasn't great in run, but he made a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
And Zach Pickett scored a 61.2.
It's not bad.
No, so I mean, all those were good.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole first half, because you were talking about the whole first half was not pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like I just felt like it was a different team that came out in that second half. It just felt different. You know
My
what I mean?
problem with Getsy is he tries to play like he's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
And there's no need for him. Like, you're not the smartest guy in the room. Stop trying to outsmart yourself. Why are you 4th and 1 pitching the ball to damn DJ Moore? What the hell are you doing? We have 3 running backs that can run the ball. And Justin Fields, who's 6'3", 230 pounds.
Yep.
You're pitching the ball to DJ Moore? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like I don't understand what goes through his mind.
Yeah. Like a perfect example is like the Eagles. If it's 4th and 1, you don't even need a call to play. Everybody watching the game knows it's going to be the tush push. And it's simple. It's like, we're going to run it. and we're not going to be smart or tricky and try to do stupid shit. But that's what Luke Getsy does. He's like, oh, they think it's going to be this, but we're really going to do this because they're expecting that. I was like, stop.
He's the most Matt Nagy guy I ever met.
That's true.
Oh man. I can't believe we just went through a whole hour of talking about the Bears. And the reason we did that is because, guys, we're in playoff week. So fantasy football, as far as that going, we are totally in playoff week. This is what we got right now. Everyone's getting ready for those things. So, a lot of those waiver wire things are kind of drying up.
Yeah. It is not like you pretty much have your team right now.
You stick with the guys unless you have CJ Stroud, and now you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Like there's no questions. I mean, only thing you could have, you might add Chase Brown, Rico Dowdle for the Cowboys because he runs in between. Ty Chandler, CEH, because he's starting, or McKinnon. Tajay Spears. That's kind of what you got.
Yeah.
If you talk about wide receivers, Odell Beckham, because you see, obviously, he's throwing the ball. Lamar's throwing the ball to him a lot. Zay Jones, Noah Brown, and Josh Palmer's coming back. That's all we really got.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Quarterback, you got Browning, Flacco, and your dude, what's his name?
DeVito. Yeah. Bro, I was looking at him, and then there was the matchup that made me go with Ritter. But yeah, I was looking at him. I was like, am I really going with DeVito as my just in case?
You might. I mean, I don't know. And then the tight end, you really look like what, Tucker Kraft or Isaiah Likely. We've been talking about Isaiah Likely for a long time, but really Tucker Kraft is probably the only other guy that you're gonna go with.
Yeah. Isaiah Likely last week. Whew.
Told you guys to get him.
Yeah. That was the week to play him. Well, I'm like 19 points, I think, or something like that in like a standard league. Yeah.
No, but he has all this talent, and Lamar Jackson is playing
him.
If Lamar Jackson wins 2 more games, he needs to be in the MVP talks too. Him and Dak.
Yeah. You think who is it? Baltimore against Jacksonville? You think Isaiah Likely has another big game?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Especially because Jacksonville's not. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is gonna. If he plays, he's not gonna play well.
T-Law.
Yeah, I just don't think he plays well. And I think that they're gonna run the points up as much as they can, try to score. I think Isaiah Likely is gonna be a big target because that's what he is. He's a big target in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
So that's why I think. That's why I see him.
I think for Dynasty though, he's gonna be somebody in a couple of years.
Yeah, there's no way he's available.
No, yeah, he had to have been drafted, right?
Yeah, anyone with a half a brain knows you get Isaiah Likely.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably taxing him this year, but yeah,
no, Likely's been around for a while, and McBride,
yeah.
I think that's the same draft. Likely and McBride. I think that's the exact same drive.
Look at ESPN. ESPN sucks. ESPN.
I
doesn't give you like any good info. It doesn't give you any good information. It sucks so bad. I hate
They're like, there's some guys. Good luck.
Yeah.
But Jake Browning is tearing up the league right now, guys. Joe Flacco, I'm hoping that the Bears can turn him back into a pumpkin. But Jake Browning, the Bengals might make the playoffs.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy that they could.
Hey, I got one more thing I wanted to talk about. Did anyone see that Minnesota won 3-0 against Vegas?
I didn't even notice. I gotta say, all I really watched was like the Bears game. I didn't even watch it live. I watched it on replay because Sunday was a bad day for me, man. That was like so sick. But I wound up watching it. So I didn't really follow too much of all the games on Sunday. But that's crazy. 3-0.
3-0. That's what Minnesota won on a last-second field goal.
Well, I did get a notification that that the Vikings might start
No, they are.
The other
They've already
quarterback.
made the plane. They
Yeah.
already made the change.
Yeah. So what happened with what's his name?
What, Josh Dobbs?
Josh Dobbs. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was playing terribly.
Yeah.
And then knocked JJ out. Just Jefferson.
I saw that. I got that notification when I saw. I was like, "Ooh, that sucks."
Yeah, I mean, it was him. The way he was throwing the ball.
Yeah.
But did you guys hear the news about this? That's why I'm bringing them up, because did you hear about the news of Kirk Cousins?
No.
Kirk Cousins has been designated to return.
Oh,
yes,
really?
To be able to come back.
This week he could come back.
No.
Oh, I wasn't.
No, but because he's on the IR.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Kirk Cousins has been designated to return.
Huh. I wish that get a change.
No, no one thinks he's going to come back. That's the thing. No one thinks he's going to come back. But if they make it to the playoffs, it's one of those things that could happen.
It could.
Yeah.
Because right now, I mean, they have a really good shot of making it to the playoffs.
I think they do.
Yeah. It really depends all on the Lions. If the Lions just crap out and the Vikings win a couple more, it'd be kind of interesting.
Oh man, I don't know. But you know what? I can't believe we're already at Tuesday. That means we get Thursday night football, and we have Saturday games and Sunday games this week. We've made it, guys.
Saturday games?
These Saturday games and Sunday games this week, guys.
Nice.
It's amazing. I love football so much, and we're gonna have so much of it this week. Is it Saturday next week? It might be next week. The Saturday game's coming next week.
I'm looking at it right now. No,
this week?
We're going week 15, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
week Saturday,
15.
Minnesota,
Saturday.
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis, and Denver, Detroit.
Yeah.
Dude, if Denver beats Detroit, they come all the way back.
Ooh, man. That'd be if Denver beats Detroit, who's Green Bay playing? Green Bay is playing Tampa Bay.
We're only one game behind. Do you realize if we would have won the Detroit game, we would be in the playoffs right now?
I know. That's crazy.
Like we would literally be the 7th seed if we beat Detroit. That the game that we had won.
We had it.
Steven Jones
gave up.
What up, fellas? Who's your MVP if the season ended today? I think Dak, but Purdy is close up there. And I'm a Dallas fan, so you answer this first.
I say probably Dak. I know you already said it earlier. It's just he's playing like MVP. Purdy though, man, is great, but no, I gotta give it to Dak. I don't know. Is there anybody else? I mean, because he's even in the question.
I think Dak wins it, but I don't think he's really the MVP. I think we saw that Tyreek Hill is the MVP, because without him, they're a mediocre offense. With him, they're the highest flying offense in the entire NFL. That's just, he changes everything. Just with him being there. I think a week that he only scored, he only had like 15, 16 yards. He didn't have anything special. But in this week that he did nothing because he was hurt, we saw how important he was.
Yeah. Here's the odds. It's Dak, Purdy, Lamar, Hurts, Hill's on there, Mahomes, Tua, and Josh. So
Tyreek Hill still has 61 yards. He still has 61 yards. Hurt. The dude,
that's awesome.
The dude is the best one. He is the MVP. But I believe Dak wins it.
Yeah. That's crazy. Quarterback, receiver.
But if Tyreek somehow, like this week,
just him being in this conversation is
let's let him go get 180 yards this week, and he's back on the 2,000 yard on that path. I don't know how you stop him from getting it. At least splitting it with him.
Yeah. But all the odds, like DraftKings got them, plus 1,600, FanDuel plus 2,000.
I'll put $1,000 on that. $100 on that.
On FanDuel?
No, on DraftKings, I'll put something on there.
DraftKings.
For Tyreek, why not? Steven says, I was so done with Dak last year, and the thought of him being MVP this year is unreal. So, okay. In our Dynasty
Dak.
League, Martin would try to trade Dak to Mark.
But last year or this year?
No, this year. And Mark wouldn't do it.
Why?
I don't know.
He's a Washington fan.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't not have him being his quarterback, even though CeeDee Lamb is his wide receiver.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he just couldn't do it.
Oh man, you need that. I mean, you can still have your personal like fandom and stuff, but when it comes to like fantasy and winning, it's like you gotta make the best move. And if that's the reason, is like he just can't have a Dallas quarterback.
Yep. Just can't be my starter.
Come on, dude.
I can't have him be my starter.
But instead, he's like what, second to last or something like that in your league.
He's like, yeah, I didn't get either. I was like, what? You offering him Dak Prescott? Dak's gonna be the MVP this year. You didn't want to take that? I don't know.
You don't want the best or quote unquote best quarterback.
Oh man, that's crazy. Funny. All right, we've gone through our stuff. It's been about an hour, 20 minutes, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming in. Barter says, yeah, like he was like, oh, like, okay, fine, whatever. He was that way. Oh man, I'm so happy that we had this Bears talk. I'm happy that we've had a couple of wins, and I'm happy about the outlook. We really could be on a roll, guys. It's not out of the realm of possibility. I'm guessing that we go 2-2 in the next 4 games, but 3-1 or 4-4 or 4-0 could happen. If it does, watch out. My fandom will go through the roof, and Martin wouldn't be able to take it. Martin would he's going to like kick us off of Dynasty Pylon because it would be awful. I know it. I can see it happening. And I hope you guys all come in and we all talk about this next week. And we're talking about Bears win against Cleveland. Let's go. Myles Garrett, hope you trip and fall something hard. I'm glad. And as much as I love you, this week, I hope it's a terrible week for you. So, all right, guys, we will see you next week. Thank for coming in. Thank for all you guys listening. I appreciate Martin jumping in, Grant Hill TV, Steven jumping in, Derpy. All you guys are great. I appreciate it. And we will see you guys next week.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our